My name is Aaron Ciotti. Everybody calls me Ciotti. You can call me Jingly Jangly Aaron Baron Bo Baron. Thanks for coming on by. I am not ready. This is my full-time job. If you'd like to support me on this crazy adventure, please head on over to CiottiFPV.com. There's a whole bunch of buttons you can hit. Click some stuff down here, thumbs up, subscribe, bell, all that nonsense. This is what CiottiFPV.com looks like. Patreon helps me the most. It really makes a huge difference. Hey, Patreon took a huge dump. I think what's happening is some of your guys' cards may be expired, or maybe they didn't set you up on recurring. So if you guys don't mind, if you've been on the Patreon and you do want to stay, jump over there and make sure you're still on there, because it seems to have kicked a lot of people off. It's very weird. YouTube and Instagram here. Etsy, there's a bunch of stickers and some hardware. Fiverr, there's a whole bunch of cool stuff. And then Teespring, there's a whole bunch of cool stuff going on. Here's what the Etsy store looks like. All these beautiful stickers and then a whole bunch of random hardware. Here's the Fiverr page. I'm doing flight instruction to help you guys fly better. I'm doing tuning to help your rigs fly better. And I'm doing build planning down here so that you don't waste your money and time buying garbage parts. I've already done that. I've wasted thousands of dollars. Don't be like me. Let me help you. Please give me $40 for a half an hour or $80 for an hour, and I will help you save hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars. I swear to God. Teamed up with Remy Tim here for FPV mentoring for those technical questions, and FinnFPV for editing, video editing services. Finn will make you look like a better pilot than you are. He's been doing it for me for a while. Here's the Teespring store. This is the beautiful new artwork by CMYK-FPV. We've got it on a t-shirt as well as the new CiottiFPV logo there. We've got a poster, we've got a tote bag for when your flight bag is totally filled up and you just need to throw a couple extra things in there, and then a phone case. FPV Exchange is a beautiful website by a beautiful man. If you're not using it, I'm going to beat you with a hammer. So just get over there and start using FPVExchange.com. I don't want to have to fly to you and attack you with a hammer, you know? It's not how I want to spend my Monday night. A bunch of affiliate links. If you ever find yourself doing orders on any of these websites, if you hit my affiliate link before you check out, or if you replace your bookmark to these websites with my affiliate link, I will get 1 to 6% of your order. FPV Cycle, Amazon, Get FPV, Oh My God, FPV Crate, Banggood, Camera Butter, AliExpress. There's a PayPal button if you don't want to do a super chat. There's my Facebook page. Jump over there and like it, or else. FPV Therapy is a beautiful little group that I've got over on Facebook with a bunch of us that suffer from mental illness that are trying to figure this shit out and get through each and every day from beginning to end. So come on over, learn something if you don't have it. If you do have it, we're going to be able to help you out, I'll bet. And then here's a link to the Discord. To get the full Discord channel, you do have to join the Patreon page. You're going to have to give me $3 whole in order to get full Discord access. And then there's some BattleBots info down here that you'll probably get a laugh at. Turbo Shield done within the first 8 minutes. Look at me go. If you want to talk directly to me, all you've got to do is type my name into the chat. You do have to spell it correctly. You don't have to put an @ in front of it, but you can if you'd like to. You can also do a super chat, or you can do a PayPal. If you do a PayPal, just tag me in the chat and say, yo, check your PayPal. Blizzard FPV was first. Frank Nicholas was next. Avocado is in the house. What is up? Dan Richmond is here. Scott FPV. Grizz FPV. We've got a little bit of B-Man, some T-Bird, a pinch of Quad Doc, Motoref, Kaiser Soze, B-Man again, Chuck Sauls. Haven't seen you in a while, Chuck. How the hell are you? Imp FPV. Same deal. I haven't seen you in a minute. How you been? Oh, YouTube just did the thing. Kill me. Patio Patterson, Jackalope FPV, June Loco, Frank Nicholas is in the house, dropping the link to CiottiFPV.com. June Loco with a $2 super chat. Thank you, June Loco. He says, not much, but a little something. I super appreciate it, man. Your hard-earned dollars are not lost on me, man. If it's $1, if it's $10, if it's $100, I appreciate it so much. You guys make this possible. It's a really big deal. Richard is here. Michael Blades, Chuck Sauls, Jackalope again, stalling for time. I think I'm good. I think I got everybody. If I didn't get you, tag me, and I'll say your name. T-Bird FPV tagged me first. He said, what's up? B-Man FPV tagged me next. He said, what's crack-a-lackin' kid? Quad Doc said, no Bardwell, no Blunty, no UAV futures. At least we still have CiottiFPV. Yeah, man, I'm here for you guys. Even when everybody else ditches out on you and goes away for multiple weeks, I'm here for you. Speaking of, I'm not going to be here for you for a while. I had to do that because it's very funny timing. So I'm going to Charleston on Wednesday morning for another Octopunk Media short film. Here comes a link to Octopunk Media. You should sub because Michelle is amazing. And you'll get to see a bunch of the products. Great. Octopunk Media. Nope, just single punk. You'll get to see a bunch of the projects that I've worked on with her. I haven't lit and done gaff work on all of her projects, but I have with a good amount of them. So the majority of her stuff, there's a link in the chat. Michelle is a really good friend of mine. We met when I lived in Charleston through board games, oddly enough. And we've stayed in touch ever since. During the time that we've been friends, I've gotten to see her go from being a biologist, like a scientist biologist, at a job that she hated, to creating Octopunk Media, and just absolutely blowing up. And it's just been so cool. She's used me for a lot of her films to do lighting and gaffer work, and unbelievably, she continues to use me. To be totally honest, she's kind of outgrown my skill set, but, you know, blood is thicker than water, and I get the job done no matter what. So, yeah, it's very cool that she continues to involve me in her projects. It's very humbling because she's got a hell of a thing going, man. 38,000 subscribers. It's just humongously successful, and she deserves it. She works super, super, super hard. She's really talented, and just a really awesome human being. So check out Octopunk Media. I'm going to be working on a film of hers, like I said. I'm going on Wednesday, and then I'm going to be working Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then I'm going to get up early on Monday, and I'm going to rip back up here to Atlanta, and I should be okay for this coming Monday night stream. So you guys aren't going to have me on Wednesday or Friday or Sunday, but I'll be back on Monday. I was going to spend Monday there, and then bail on the Monday night stream, but I should come. I should get back here. I'm gonna head up there early in the morning on Wednesday, and I'm gonna go straight to Folly Beach, and I'm just gonna get a little bit of me time on the beach, and then yeah, we have a production meeting that night. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna try to get to the Daniel Island Bridge that you guys have seen me rip a whole bunch of times. It's been almost 2 years since I've flown that bridge, and I'm really interested to see what... It's cool to fly the same spots, like multiple... That one was a surprise. It's cool to fly the same spot, like, a while later, and to see the way that you're flying has kind of changed and grown, and yeah. So I'm really hoping that I can make it over to Daniel Island. I'm thinking what I'll do is drive straight to Folly Beach, and then when I leave Folly Beach, come up and kind of wind around, and then go up over the bridge into Daniel Island, fly that spot, maybe towards Golden Hour. And then I think I can leave that spot and head to Michelle's for the production meeting. So, but we'll see. There's a chance that I won't be able to fly that spot. I don't know. I really want to get to Folly Beach and just chill a little bit and just sit there and listen to some waves. So, yeah, it's going to be really fun. I'm going to miss you guys, of course. I am going to try to stream from the laptop while I'm there. It didn't work so well last time, so I'm not going to make any promises. But if I can jump on, I certainly will and say hi to you guys. I also don't know how deep the shoot schedule is going to run into the afternoon. But I'll do what I can. What's going on? Michael Hill in the chat says, afternoon, Ciotti. Rob Axelson says, so what are we repairing tonight? Nothing. Look at this. Look at this, people. The fleet is back. I rushed through 3 glide repairs today. One of them wasn't really much of a repair. One of them needed something stupid. Oh, it needed the motors reversed because I put that new ESC in and I forgot to put it onto 32.8 BL Heli. And I also forgot to reverse the motors. So I did that on the red rig. And then the purple rig needed a new arm, as we saw the other night, and a new motor bell. Blitzed through that. And then the violet rig needed an entire new flight controller. So all 3 of the working rigs of the, smash bash glides are now on Acon ESCs and Acon flight controllers, which feels good, man. The flight controller that came out of there is a Talon F7. If you guys remember from the fireworks video, those of you that are patrons that got to hang out after that stream on the Patreon only stream, talked about the weirdness that was going on with the camera dropping out. It was actually the flight controller, believe it or not. So yeah, that was a weird. The OSD chip is one of the biggest chips on the board. That makes it the heaviest chip on the board. So when you start smacking these flight controllers at 7,000 miles an hour into metal poles and bricks and shit, chips are going to separate from the PCB. I mean, it just kind of happens. Sometimes the gyro dies first, but not always. So it kind of is what it is. Hey, tonight's also a giveaway night. If you want to get in on 3 out of the 4 giveaways, you got to join the Patreon page. Once you go over to CiottiFPV.com and hit the Patreon button, the Patreon page will basically explain it to you. There's $5, $10, $20, and $30 tiers. The $5 a month tier is for Tiny Whoop and toothpick stuff. The $10 a month tier is for micro brushless and Cinewhoop stuff, 3-inch Cinewhoop stuff. The $20 a month tier is for 5-inch parts. And then the $30 a month tier puts you into everything. If you fly, all the above, you can jump into all those giveaways, and that's the best value, of course. But hey, if you only fly toothpicks, I've got a tier specifically for you. This way you only, are entered to win the specific stuff that's going to benefit you. Yeah, I run the majority of the giveaways through Patreon because it's the only reliable way that I have to get in touch with you guys. I can't tell you, I don't know how or why this happens, but like so many people that win the 4th giveaway, the YouTube specific Super Chat and PayPal giveaway, which is not opened until I say now, and that wasn't me just saying it a second ago. It's going to be when we do the giveaways at roughly 9 o'clock. The people just don't get in touch with me. I say to them at the end of the giveaway, like, hey, all you need to do is message me with your info, blah, 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 and people don't get in touch with me. That doesn't feel good because I end up with, like, a whole big stack of stuff that people have won that's just sitting waiting months and months and months and months and months. After 6 months, I take the stuff out of the little waiting area and put it back into circulation. But yeah, realistically, the only way for me to get in touch with you guys is to run these giveaways through Patreon. Check your messages on Patreon. There are a couple of Patreon folks that have not claimed their stuff. Usually, you'll put your address into Patreon so that I can just grab your address and just shoot it on out. But it's not like a requirement, I don't think. So if somebody doesn't put their address in and then doesn't look at their messages or their emails, sometimes it's hard for me to get in touch with them. Not usually, but sometimes. Tonight we're going to do Q&A, so hit me in the chat with any questions that you've got. Make sure that you tag me by typing CiottiFPV. We're also going to do mailbag. I got a couple of things in the mail today that we're going to open up. And we're going to take a look at some more 2Fiddy footage. I flew stables with this little guy on the Gem Fan props, the less powerful propellers, and then I did a battery on these 4-inch propellers as well. So we'll get to look at a little bit more 3.5-inch 1804 motored 3500 kV on 4S. Oh, well, that's interesting. Did I just swap the bell? I hope I just swapped the bell. One of these motors is 3100 kV. Well, the bell says 31. I think I just swapped the bell. I think it's hard to find these motors in 3500 kV at the moment. So I feel like yeah. I hope. Yes. 280 grams all up weight, and it flies pretty amazing. I am kind of blown away by this rig. Patrick and I flew stables yesterday, and he was flying his RipSqueak, which is based off of my RipSqueaks, except it's on the Toka 1505 motors, the motors that I think are the best option. And I was flying this, and the thing that really struck me, I was pretty sure. So his RipSqueak is at like mine. It's at like 220 grams. He's a little bit heavier. He's got a couple more pieces of TPU on there. Mine is at 210. So he's at 220 grams on a 3-inch propeller. He is running the old school GemFan 3035 propellers, which are bullnose, and that could be why. That's not a new gen propeller. That's not the most efficient propeller. I was running on the brand new GemFan 3520s, which are the new generation of propeller that's not a bullnose. It's got a little bit more of a... it's got a propeller tip on it that manages the tip vortices a lot better. Maybe that's why. I mean, it would make sense, right? The newer generation propellers are going to be a little bit quieter. But the big thing that really stood out to the two of us is even at 280 grams versus 220 grams, there was no difference in volume. One of the things that I was sort of worried about this rig is that, yeah, I mean, it makes more power, it's heavier, it's going to be louder. One of the big things that we try to do with micros is have them be stealthy, right? So that we can rip around and not get screamed at. But there was no difference. I mean, they both sounded like relatively benign micros that nobody's really going to get pissed off about you flying, in my opinion. So that was kind of wild. And the two of us back-to-backed it with this, and 3.5-inch... What I think it is that this is heavier. As we base everything off of 600-ish gram 5-inch rigs, right? Like that is 5-inch propellers are somehow this magical size. They're also the correct size to pick up the payload that we carry. GoPro Session, GoPro Heroes. But 5-inch has had a ton of development, right? Like the majority of the development that's been done on mini quads has been done on 5-inch rigs, so they fly phenomenal. With all of my micros, I try to get them to fly as close to that as possible, and this rig on the 3.5-inch props at 280 grams flies closer to a 5-inch rig than I've ever built anything. It's still a little different, but man, not by much. This is really, really impressive. I still absolutely love the RipSqueaks, and the RipSqueak is the smallest rig to carry a RunCam hybrid, so the RipSqueaks aren't going anywhere. But when I do get my hands on an Insta360 Go 2, I'm not putting that on a RipSqueak. I'm putting that on a 3.5-inch rig. Hopefully I can talk Bill into making 3.5-inch arms for the RipSqueak, then I will put it on a RipSqueak. But if he doesn't want to do that, then I'm going to have to find a 4-inch rig or a 3.5-inch rig, maybe like the AOS 3.5, and that's going to be the Insta360 Go 2 carrier, because it just flies good. 380 or 280 grams, 3.5-inch props. Oh boy, it's a real thing. Since we're talking about it, let's just dive into it and take a quick look. It's on this memory card here that I just kicked out of the 250. I will talk over the flight footage, since the audio is absolutely... the audio will give your ears the aids. GoPro, nope, we want RunCam, and Jesus, why are there so many files on here? Is this all stables? No, it's not. It ain't stables. Ah! Jesus. That's not stables either. Hold on, let me find Stablaze. Computer, whenever you're ready. Oh boy. What am I doing? Hey, here's some stables. Snooze. Snooze. Ah, works well. So yeah, here's some footage from stables. Hold on. Okay, what is... okay, what's happening? There we go, okay. Hopefully this will play a little bit better. Turn that down a little bit, and let's see if this maybe wants to behave. Pull the chat out of there. Okay, so it's not... there it goes. It's kind of working. Let me actually not go full screen. A lot of times when I go full screen, the stream quality goes absolutely to hell. Maybe by not being full screen, it'll be a little bit better. So in the chat, let me get caught up here. Frank Nicholas dropping the link to CiottiFPV.com. I was already there. YouTube, stop doing the thing. What am I doing? Farting around? Michael Blades says hello. DQ says, I've been hearing some bad things about BLH 32.8. I updated my Acon RD32 and ended up having to dramatically lower my PIDs, but even with that, it popped a FET. I think I've maybe heard one person say something about that with 32.8. I mean, I've put it onto about a dozen different rigs, and it's been perfect on every single one. So I don't know if maybe somebody, if people are maybe getting a setting wrong or something like that, but it seems totally fine to me. I haven't had any issues with it. I wish I could say more, but yeah, I mean, I haven't heard more than one other person having issues with it, and it's been great for me on so many different rigs. So that sucks, DQ. I don't know what's going on there. B-Man FPV says, you got my info for the last win, right? I think so, B-Man. If I don't, I'll bug you for it. I probably do, though. Dragon Wing says, hello, how are you today, brother? Hope all is good. All is real good, Dragon Wing. Today was an awesome day. Got to work at a... got to do some work for a football team during their training. Well, not training, practice. They had practice today, and I flew around. That was pretty fun. I got some pretty cool stuff. I'm excited to take a look at it. Haven't had a chance to look at it yet. I got home and had to prep everything for this stream, and here we are. Metal Dartskin says, have you seen the BQE Pickpocket? Not a great choice for HD camera, but there's a version that will clear a 3.5-inch prop. I have seen the Pickpocket. That is a toothpick frame. You guys know how I feel about toothpicks. Kind of got that out of my system in the first year and a half of my journey into FPV. That's very cool that there's a 3.5-inch prop version. That's pretty dope. FPV Trucker says, what's cracking rather? Tuned in, trucking to Wisconsin. Have you flown the 4-inch CMW shocker? I haven't, FPV Trucker. I'm not a real fan of the Catalyst Machine Works frames. They're, in my opinion, a little bit overcomplicated. Like, I understand what they're doing with them, but it's sort of just not my thing. I prefer frames that are a lot simpler. When the simpler a frame is, the easier it is to work on. There was a little mid-throttle oscillation there, I just noticed. That's interesting. Yeah, I really prefer stone simple frames so that I can work on them and fix them easily without having to pull 18 interlocking pieces of carbon fiber apart from each other. But that's just me. I know a lot of people like the Catalyst Machine Works frames. No wrong answers. If they do it for you, then go for it. There's, yeah. At least they orient the carbon fiber strands properly, unlike Armatan. Maniac FPV says, what's up, everyone? Hey there, CiottiFPV. And then Grizz FPV says, did see what I did to mine yesterday that I posted on Instagram. I did not, Grizz. I've been so busy, man. I'm super behind on social media, unfortunately. Tell us, tag me and tell me what you did to it. One thing I did notice on the, let me queue up another 250 flight here. That was just like a, I think that might have been the flight that Patrick and I were trying to tell the noise difference between the two. I'm also not really flying this rig very hard because I don't want to break one of the front arms. I want to get some more time in on this rig before I go bashing the shit out of it. Here's some more flying for you. Shit, what was I gonna say? Balls, I forgot what I was saying. June Loco says, what was your first toothpick? 3-inch? It became 3-inch. My very first rig was the original white plastic Emax Baby Hawk, which came with 2.3-inch propellers. I pretty quickly broke that plastic frame, and I found a frame on Banggood that would just barely clear 3-inch props. It wasn't meant for 3-inch props, but I made it work. And yeah, so I reframed that rig into this little X frame, and yeah, started running GemFan 3025 bi-blades on the Emax 1104 5150, I think was the KV motors, on 2S originally, and then eventually I went to 3S. Oh, you know what? This might actually be Patrick flying it. This is Patrick flying it. Yeah. This is Patrick flying the RipSqueak. Not the RipSqueak, the 2Fiddy. Oddly enough, too, for most of this battery, he thought he was flying RipSqueak. He thought he was flying my RipSqueak. When I told him it was a 250, he was like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. So there's that. What else do we have here? That's only 24 megs. That's going to be useless. This might be the battery that we were ripping back. Okay, apparently there's no flying in here. I think this might be Patrick too. I had him fly a couple of batteries on this because yeah, there he is. He was flying like the RipSqueak and then the 250 and then the RipSqueak and then the 250. Hopefully he'll jump into the chat and maybe give some opinions on the two of them. We talked about it. It was pretty much everything that I'd mentioned. Like you can just feel the little bit of extra weight, and it just kind of feels like smoothness. It's kind of interesting. So yeah, there's that, and then I think maybe there's like one more battery that might be decent with it. Again, neither one of us were flying really hard here with this rig, because once one of the front arms blows up, it's kind of game over. Because of the fact that I built it with a 20x20 stack, and that makes it so that you have to put the arms outside the frame, and it wasn't really meant for that. Let me go straight to the 4-inch prop flight. So this is me now switching it over to 4-inch propellers. So that you guys can kind of get an idea. GrizzFPV was practicing Matty flips, got some good ones in, and then the last one broke the back right arm and ejected my Vista. Oh my god. Jeez, it spit the Vista out. How the hell did that happen? That's rough, Grizz. Jesus. So yeah, this is now with the 4-inch props. It didn't really seem much louder. It definitely had more thrust. The motors were not as unhappy as I remember them. Previously, I'd tested the 4-inch props on these motors, and then I'd moved them to 2004 motors, and they felt a lot better on the 2004 motors. This felt kind of fine, but still, I mean, I think that the 1804s are best matched up with 3.5-inch props. I really don't think that it's a 4-inch propeller. 4-inch motor, unless you're looking for like longer run times and stuff like that. If you're looking for freestyle like I am, the 1804s are a really good match for the new 3.5-inch props. The best of the 3.5-inch props, in my opinion, are the Emax A-Vans and the GemFan 3520s. And yeah, on those 1804 3500s, it's a really good combo on 4S. Good power. The 1804s have a 3mm motor shaft, so they're tough as nails. Yeah, I'm just diving in and out of the throttle here, to kind of get a feel. And now see, so right around now we started to hear a little bit of thunder, and it was that cloud over there. Those of you that follow me on Instagram might have seen this in my stories. I'm actually going to put it on at the end of this here. Patrick was like frantically packing up right now. He brought a lot more shit than I did. So he's packing up, and I'm just flying the rest of this battery as the thunder gets closer and closer and closer. And yeah, some things happened. Oh, so that the reason why that was so important is you might have seen he's got the roof and the doors off of the Jeep. Not the whole roof. The back part of the roof is still on there, so our gear was going to be fine. But the roof above our heads and the doors were not there. So here, see, this is a perfect example of the only thing that I don't like about the RunCam Hybrid. Ready? It's because it's slow to adjust to exposure changes. Ready? So we're going to look up at the sky. It's going to adjust, and then we're going to look down. And see how long it's black? There's like a half a second of just straight up blackness. You don't get that in the FPV feed. The FPV feed adjusts really quickly. But yeah, the HD, you kind of get that. That's the only thing that the Session 4 does better than the RunCam Hybrid. In my opinion, the RunCam Hybrid footage looks better than the Session 4 if you don't point the damn thing towards the sky and then into the shadows like that. Other than that, I'm just still so impressed by the RunCam Hybrid. It's really just outrageous, especially for 90 bucks. So yeah, this is pretty much the end of the battery here. I think I might have tried this power loop once. This is a really difficult power loop here because the blind throw is right at a branch that's trying to catch you. There it is. I just went right through it. And then I was like, nah, I don't feel like digging this thing out of the tree. But yeah, man, really smooth. Like, it's just got a little bit more weight than normal 3-inch rigs. And it's, I'm checking the clouds again. And yeah, that weight just makes it feel more like a 5-inch freestyle rig. So I'm pretty impressed by the 3.5-inch prop thing, man. I at like 280 grams all up weight. It's a real thing. Boop. So there you go. There's some more 1804 powered 3500 kV 4S 850 mAh battery, 2Fiddy, oh my god, frame, 3.5-inch and 4-inch flight footage. Let me move chat back where it belongs here. Ricardo Ferreira says, greetings from Lisbon, 1:30 in the morning. Here's a joke. What's the most used birth control method for FPV guys? Personality. Personality? What? Or a lack thereof? A lack thereof. Got it. I was like, I got lots of personality. Maybe I don't. Grizz FPV says, have you tried the HQ 3528s? They're pretty good and haven't broken them yet. I have not, Grizz. I didn't realize that they were a 28 pitch. I'm actually more of a fan of the 20 pitch Gem fans than the 28 pitch Emax Avans. If I was going to run a 28 pitch, I would run the Emax Avans because they're going to be way more efficient. It's just a way more efficient blade profile. HQ's blade profiles are from like 2008. And they're just not nearly as efficient as Gemfan and Emax and DAL and Azure. If they're stronger though, that's kind of interesting. I haven't ordered a set yet, so maybe I'll order a set next time I do an order. EE Doc says, personality, which one? Yeah, right. T-Bird says, freedom panels were out on keep. Thanks for the reminder. I would have forgotten. So here's what went down. Hold on. Oh god. Alright, hold on. Nope. Oh, this is a good one. I like this one. Play, fucker. Okay. Not gonna play. Oh no! It's gone. Hold on. I can find it on my iCloud. Hold on. Goddamn storage. Oh wait, no. I can just do this. I can just do this. Life. Here it is. Here it is. Oh, for fuck's sakes, man. Come on now. Jesus Christ, Chrome. Come on. Stop being a piece of donkey rape. iCloud, photos. I might as well just go to photos. It's fine. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Unless there's dirty pictures in here. Hold on. Oh, computer, really? You're gonna... Fuck. Here we go. Here we go. Now we got this. No dirty stuff. Okay. So here, all was right with the world. Everything was fine. We're flying. Everything's cool. And then... Patrick took the top off and because it wasn't going to rain. It's raining. It's very raining. This is going to be bad. The quads are fine, though. The quads are in the back. There's a roof back there.
We're gonna get back there.
There's no door. Really raining now.
Look at this guy.
Oh!
It's like...
Oh, shit. Wow. Oh, no. Oh,
look. Look what we're going into.
There have been better days than this one.
10 dance rain.
Oh, God, he's blasting us with
Don't pass me. Here. Wow, picking up on me like this.
No, straight. It's just straight.
Anything but straight. Oh, no, it's a red light. Oh.
No!
You goonie!
Cup holders are filled with like an inch of water. We got home just in time for it to stop raining, so that's important. Kill me. Yeah. So, you know, that's life sometimes. It was very, very funny. Oh, here it is. Here he is.
Hey, did you...
The cat is every single one of us. When we break our shit. Okay. So yeah, that was yesterday was fun. T-Bird says I checked the clouds at least 3 times for battery. Yeah, before Patrick took the Jeep off, he checked the weather and it said 10% chance of rain. So he was like, oh, it'll be okay. GrizzFPV says, bet the shit out of them and still flew them crash after crash. I am testing the Gem fans next. Very cool, Grizz. Definitely let me know. I want to know how they compare. T-Bird says the rain from the side sucks donkey. Yeah, it was nuts, dude. When that minivan passed us and it was just like, look at you! It was bad. the cup holders had like an inch of water, an inch of standing water in them. It was a hot mess. But Anderson says it's like Top Gear taking their convertible Espace through the car wash. Yeah, except nothing caught on fire for us. T-Bird says cat's too fat for that hole. Rob Axelson says best birth control is cat videos. Run Puppy FPV says what's up from Arizona. All right, I think I'm caught up on the chat. No way. No effing way. You know what that means? Time for the mailbag. We're gonna start with BQE.io. Bill, who runs BQE, sent me a little surprise, a little care package here. You guys can probably guess what it is. But this is very, very cool of him. BQE.io is the website that sells my favorite 3-inch frame. Oh, good. I made a mess. Ow! I stabbed myself in the eye with the box. Did you see it? Oh, God. Tried to fucking get me. Oh, boy. Bill sent me a couple RipSqueak V2s, which is super awesome. Much, much, much appreciated, brother. And a whole bunch of stickers. He's got a whole bunch of new sticker designs. This one, which is very similar. He sent me this this design a couple of weeks ago. He's like you're gonna like this. It's like your outro screen. So yeah, this is super awesome. The new BQE logo. And then a little cup holder action with their sticker bomb. Shut up and fly cup holder. Very cool. The holographic RipSqueak graphic as well. A die cut in black, which is awesome. I didn't even know he had some of these on the website. And then the smoke BQE, which is super awesome. And then there's these little things. I don't totally know what these are. I think they're for the RipSqueak. Because of the bolt pattern, one here and then two there, but I'm not totally sure what these are. These were just kind of thrown in there. But most importantly, this is the RipSqueak V2, and I am really interested in the base plate on this rig. Rob Axelson says, any chance of sliding those frames to Savannah? Sliding those frames. I don't know what that means, Rob. Tag me again and help a confused streamer out. So this is the new top plate. This is the new base plate. The thing that I'm really interested in is the torsional strength. I'm a little bit freaked out. So the OG RipSqueak base plate is just a straight line across. Like this here goes straight. Put it on my face. I'll put it on my shirt. This line here goes straight across. Right? So now he's cut a bunch of the material out, which I like. But the only thing I'm worried about is that it's not going to be as strong on the torsion, on the twisting axis. But it seems fine. I mean, there's a little bit of twist in it. There's definitely a little bit of twist in it, but it doesn't seem bad. It's now set up for an AIO as well. Yeah, it looks good. I wish I had I guess I could just kind of, well, no, it's not going to be really. Hold on, no, I think I have one that's partially built. The one that I didn't finish. Hey, perfect. Perfect. Okay, now I can test this. Let's see real quick. So if I grab it, so this is the OG one. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell if it's. Oh yeah, it's twisting. All right, so there's that. It's not bad. I think it is. I think it is twisting a little bit more. I mean, that's kind of obvious. It's gonna. It's the same thickness. So yeah, it's going to twist a little bit more. Bill's got team pilots. I'm sure they've flown it and tested it. Well, you know what? You know what though? There's so much material taken out of the old school one for these. You know, like there's all this material taken out in the middle, and then there's all these little V's taken out. So like if you just kind of look at carbon fiber is really strong when there's like a good thick chunk of it, like the arms, right? Like if there's a good thick chunk of carbon with the grain going in the proper direction, it's nice and strong. This base plate in here, the only real strips of nice thick carbon that there are here, and it's kind of thin, right? See it there? Obviously there's another one on the other side. And then on the outside, there's another run of uninterrupted, call it, I don't know, 5 millimeters wide. So it looks like this is about 10 millimeters wide here, and then this is about 5 millimeters wide here, right? So we've got 5 mil, 10 mil, 10 mil, 5 mil. Those are really the main structure of this base plate. Those are what's going to give it the majority of its strength. Now we take a look at the new one, and what it looks like Bill's done is instead of having the outside, let's just call it a stringer maybe, of carbon, he's condensed it all into these two rails here, and they're thicker. This is like, so we don't, the width stops here at the hole is violating the carbon, but the width of this here is probably almost 15. So yeah, that's kind of cool that he's done that. It's obviously farther inboard, so it's going to be a little bit less resistant to twisting, right? There's going to be more leverage on it because it's more towards the center. But this is really nice that he's got a thicker main run of carbon here. I dig it. I really do dig this. This is very cool. I wish I had one of these that wasn't put together so that I could weigh the two base plates. My guess would be maybe like a 2, maybe 3 gram difference in weight. But then he also took a bunch of material out of the top plate, and it's solid. The top plate is one solid piece down the middle here. This is going to be really, really, oh yeah, it's really strong. And it's got the BQE logo recessed down into it, which is pretty slick. It is now shipping with the 3.2 millimeter 9x9 and 12x12 arms that Bill was cool enough to make after I bugged him for a while. Oh, and it ships with the, well, I assume, maybe he just threw these in. You used to have to buy these separate, but these are the arm brace plates. These kind of function as like an X plate, basically, on the bottom. So this is awesome. I hope these are a part of the kit now, because these make a definite difference in strength. We've got a cool little soda container sticker, and then a bunch more stickers. A pink BQE sticker, a couple of Shut Up and Fly stickers, black BQE logo, and then the two RipSqueak stickers, which are pretty awesome. I love that Bill throws stickers in and stuff to the frame. Like, why wouldn't you? Right? Like, if you buy a frame, it makes a lot of sense to get a whole bunch of stickers with it and show it off, and then other people will ask about it, and yeah. So this is very cool. Thank you so much, Bill, for sending this over. Very, very cool of you. Oh, look, he sent over a set of the, I don't know if these ship with it now, but these are the CiottiFPV arm ends. Very cool. They're a little bit shorter. I said, hey, can you make me an arm end for these new, thicker arms? And can you make it as light as humanly possible? I only really need the outer two screw mount points. And he did. And he called it the CiottiFPV version on his website. That's pretty cool. Got some hardware, of course, some standoffs, and Oh, that's cool. So this is a kit of hardware with slammed standoffs. They look like 15 millimeter tall standoffs. I guess you could use this if you built it with an AIO. And then there's a hardware kit with a regular set of what appear to be 25 millimeter standoffs. That's pretty rad that he throws in two sets of standoffs. That's pretty cool. Some TPU. This is the antenna holder and the VTX holder for the rear. And then this guy is the camera cage. This is interesting. Oh, look at that. Oh, well, that's pretty cool. Okay, so this is the top plate. This is the front of the top plate. This is a piece of TPU that's in here. These guys are obviously FPV camera holders, right? This guy on top, this is the Insta360 Go holder. Look at this. It sits on frontwards like that. I guess this is for if you build it slammed. If you build it slammed, I guess you have to put the camera up front because it's going to be so low. Look at that. That's pretty cool. FPV camera is going to be waggling out in the wind, just asking to be smashed. But if you're running an Insta360 Go, in theory, you'll only be doing cinematic stuff, so you won't be smashing the shit out of it. So that's pretty slick. Let me see if I can figure out what these little guys are. Hold on, I forgot about them. Let's see. So here's the base plate. Get in there, get in there, get in there. Okay, so here's the base plate. So I'm assuming... Oh, okay. So here's the base plate. Put it on my shirt. And then here's the holes on this thing. So the holes line up like that. So they extend the base plate. Look at that. And then there's this one that's a little bit less. Huh. Pretty cool. So if you need a little bit more space, and these are zip tie slots. So if you need a little bit more space, you can just put your little base plate extender on there. Look at you go, Bill. That's pretty cool. Huh. Okay. So you can build it like... Oh, and I bet you these are 20 by 20. Is that a 20 by 20 hole? Well, I could just put it on the thing. Not 20 by 20. It's like 18 by 18. 17 or 18 by 18. So this is just meant for zip tie and stuff too, I guess. Very cool. Okay. Okay. I'm not mad at it. That's pretty slick. You can extend the frame. I think. I think that you can extend the frame out a little bit with them. Very cool. Huh. Never thought about that. Let me open up the other one here and take a look to see if there's anything different in there. Different colored TPU, which is pretty cool. Sticker pack. And... Damn, Bill hooked me up, yo. Very cool. Top plate. Base plate. Base plate has the press nuts pre-pressed into it. That's kind of nice. Hardware kit. Another hardware kit. This one has the Insta360 Go 2 TPU in it. That's pretty awesome. I don't have any of these. That's not true. I do have some of these. And then he's got the orange TPU in this one. That's a really cool orange. Look at that compared to the blue. That'd look good together, that orange and that blue. Digging this, man. Okay. Ooh, that's a longer arm, isn't it? Hold on. Hold on. What did he sneak in here? Are these what I think they are? Are these 4-inch arms? Oh, Bill. Oh, you shouldn't have. I didn't even have to ask for it, apparently. Hold on, let me get the arms out of the other one. Oh, you shouldn't have, Bill, but I'm glad you did. These are totally 4-inch arms. These are absolutely 4-inch arms. They might be 3.5-inch arms. Pretty sure they're 4-inch arms, though. Hold on, let me get these organized a little bit here. So these are the regulars. These are the regular 3-inch arms, I think. What were in this one? I didn't notice it in this one. Regular arm. Okay. So, how do we figure this out? It's got to be a 1/2 inch longer. Oh my god, it's totally a 4-inch arm. Look at the difference in length. Wow, we didn't even have to beg him for him. He just made him. 4-inch RipSqueak. Well, it's going to be a 3.5-inch RipSqueak. Coming soon. Damn, did you send me an extra, Bill? He sent me an extra. He knows. Actually, I think he puts 5 arms in all of his frame kits. I think it's not just for me. Wow. Okay. So I'm gonna start flying the 250 hard. Nice. That is good news right there. That's what that is. I'm gonna put all the 3-inch arms in here, and then I'm gonna put all of the 4-inch stuff. And look, these are the arm brace plates again. They were in both kits, so I think that these are standard now, which is great. Damn. Well, that is good news. This is good timing too, because my RipSqueaks need to come out of the other frames. Well, no, they don't need to come out of the other frames, but there's only one of them that's currently working. There's the one that we didn't finish building, so I'll transplant that into one of these frames. And then there's the other one that needs a new RunCam hybrid PCB, so I'll move that into this other frame. And then I just gotta pick which one of them becomes a 4-inch. Very cool. Okay, so lots of RipSqueak V2 content coming soon. This is pretty awesome. This is, man. Oh, it even says right on it. 2-inch, 2.5-inch, 3-inch, 4-inch. I'm still gonna bug them to see if we'll make 3.5-inch arms. Damn, thank you, Bill. Very, very cool, man. Very, very cool of you to send these over. I can't wait to build these. And check out the RipSqueak V2 over at BQE.io. Show the people some love that show love to the content creators that you like to watch. I'm gonna put these stickers in my sticker pile. He sent another little care package with gigantic RipSqueak and gigantic new gen stickers, which was very cool of them. Pyro drone box. I picked up some more starlight props in red because it's just the coolest thing in the entire world. Speaking of, if you haven't seen the starlight edit that I put up the other day, it's in the FPV edits section of my channel here, and I'm just gonna put it on because it's just hypnotizing. I'm not gonna put any music to it. I'm just gonna talk over it. Come on. So yeah, check this out. You're gonna love it. Let me not go. Oh, fuck it. I'll leave it. So yeah, some more. Those are the red starlights, and now I've got 2 more sets of them. So that's very exciting. I cannot wait to play around a little bit more with these. What I'm really looking forward to doing is doing some night flying with someone that's got a rear-facing GoPro, so that I can chase them, and the rear-facing GoPro can look back at the starlight props on this rig with the ultraviolet LEDs. So that'll be super, super, super fun. I cannot wait to do that. It'll probably be with Patrick, unless somebody else has a rear-facing GoPro mount and wants to get some tandem footage. So what else is in here? We've got an F40 Pro 4 Bell. Pyro Drone is now selling replacement F40 Pro 4 Bell onlys for $13, which is super awesome. I'm going to start buying one of these with every single order that I do. So that can go over in the motor box. And there's not many, most motors you can't just get replacement bells for, which is kind of annoying because you break way more bells than you break stators. I picked up another Vifly Short Saver 2 for the giveaways. So we've got this guy, which is great. I want to buy like 100 of these damn things and then just put them into every single giveaway that we do. So that's pretty awesome. We've got a little bit of... oh, I bought 3 Crossfire Nanos. They had a little 3-pack for like $80-something. So now I can just... Yeah, I had no extra Crossfire Nanos, and I do want to start getting away from these RXSRs and just getting everything. As it is right now, all of my micros are on RXSRs just because I have them, and they're totally fine for micros, but it just makes more sense to get everything onto Crossfire. So this is great. That goes over in the receiver box. What else do we have here? Oh, a couple of, you can also buy just the little PCBs for the Moonlight props. So the Rampage Special Edition Moonlight propellers from Rampage have purple writing on the blade, and then the LED is white. So the white hits the purple writing, and it lights up sort of in purple. But then the outline of the propeller is lit up in white. You can buy just the little LED part. So I bought 8 of the little LED parts in blue. The blue LEDs are like pretty damn purple. So I'm hoping that this is gonna hit that purple text and light it up really nice. So again, these are the starlights. These are the moonlights. So that red is like it's like red printing on the prop itself, and then the LED hits the red, and yeah, lights it up. So I'm hoping that these blue LEDs will look cool with the Rampage props, because I'm a nerd. Here comes a link to the Starlight video. Watch it all the way through. You know you want to. It's a good jam, and it's just mesmerizing. What you're gonna notice is you can so what I did is I orbited Patrick low throttle and slowly, and then I gradually increased throttle. And when you increase throttle on orbits, you have to rise up off the ground because you're pointing the camera down more. So what you'll notice is in the beginning of the orbits, there's like the starlights look like Pac-Man. There's a big gap in them from the frame rate. So that was being filmed on my smashed and destroyed iPhone, which in slow-mo mode is 240 something frames a second. So what you'll notice is as I increase throttle and as I rise up in where I'm flying, that gap closes because I'm using more throttle and the RPM is increasing. You'll also notice that the gap kind of spins around at a different rate on each motor. And what's really cool is if you really look at that and really think about it, you can see exactly what's needing to happen for the quad to do orbits. The upper outside is doing the most work. That's really driving it in. And then the other one, it's really cool. Like, as you're watching it for 3 minutes, listen to the great song, just think about it. Just look at each one, and yeah, it's fun. You'll see what I mean. I had to do it. It was a last second kind of thing, but Nevin from FPV Exchange sent me Sharkbite months ago. He sent DJ one as well. Sorry, Bot Grinder one as well, and Bot got his hooked up and messaged me and was like, "Yo, this is kind of a mess. It's like an unfinished product. You're gonna get really frustrated." And he kind of scared me off of it. Also, the other thing that scared me off of it was the fact that the only VTX that there was back then was pinheadered from the top PCB to the bottom PCB. And between those two things, I just said, you know what, to hell with it. I'm going to wait until they do an update. And they have now since done an update. I also kind of wanted to wait until there was a better VTX available. This is that better VTX. This is the TX5R.1. This is a 20 by... So the other VTX, the double stack, is a 20 by 20, and I am going to be putting it into a Cinewoop. Because in theory, I'm not going to crash the Cinewoop hard enough to break the pins between the PCBs. This is a 20 by 20 single stack VTX. And it's got more power, and I don't know, there's probably something else cool about it. So, yeah. The Sharkbite adventure shall begin when I get back from Charleston. Probably not right away, but yeah, I am going to be diving into Sharkbite with this little guy. So this little guy is going to hopefully go on a glide. Hopefully this will fit on a glide. It's gonna be kind of tight. I'm telling you right now. That's what she said. Let me see. This is the test bed glide. It's not gonna fit in a glide. Oh, fuck. It ain't gonna fit. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. I could put it wide, I could put it width-wise, but man, it's gonna hang out a lot. Like, it's gonna hang out so much that it could potentially get hit by the props. So there's that. I'll figure something out. I'll figure a rig out that this is gonna fit in, and I'll put it in there, and we'll fly some Sharkbite. So let me put this right here with the Sharkbite module and all that other fun stuff. The real star of the show in this package, though, is these Axis 2004 3710 kV motors. So while I'm putting Sharkbite into the other Cinesplore, I'm going to swap the motors out. So it currently has Bob's 2204 motors, and they just make too much power. Like, they're just, in my opinion, I just don't need that much power on a Cinewoop. I don't want or need that much power on a Cinewoop. I flew the Cinewoop today on like 6 batteries on this football field with kids that were like running full speed and fucking kicking the ball and firing the ball 40 yards. And with the 2004s, I had no problem keeping up. So yeah, I'm going to get that other Cinesplore onto 2004s, and I'm going to check out Axis Motors. Axis Motors, or Axis Flying, it looks like is the name of the company. If you're not familiar, this company was started when a couple of people, the main one is Vivian from T-Motor, left T-Motor to form Axis Flying. So, like, in theory, they wanted to make higher spec, better motors, maybe? And they decided to form their own company. And so and there's been a lot of buzz around the Axis Flying motors lately. So I'm really, really, really excited to check these out. And I'll be able to compare them head to head against the Brother Hobby VY 2004s, although the Brother Hobby motors are a lower KV. I'm already in love with these because of the KV. 3710 is a really, really good KV. So Cinesplorer number 2 is going to get some serious love soon. Before it gets some love, though, before I take the 2204 FPV cycle motors off, I am going to test these GemFan 5 blades versus Metal Dirt Skin chopped down some of these crazy Racecraft 6 blades for me. So I'm going to test the GemFan 5 blades versus these versus the HQ 8 blades. Because these motors are definitely... so I tried these 8 blades on the 2004s, and these are definitely too heavy for those 2004 motors. So these 2204 motors should be perfect for these heavy-ass 8 blades. These are really heavy because they're just old propellers. And then these GemFan 5 blades, they're fine on the 2004s. These motors are a little too big for these GemFans. Yeah. So that'll be really fun. I'm really looking forward to that. Put some of this shit away. Actually throw these in here too. And I'm also going to convert this thing to XT60, which won't do anything, but I'll do it anyway. It'll be fine. Cool. What do you guys think? Should we do some giveaways? Or should we skip them? What if everybody said, nah, we'll skip them, it's fine. I need a little intro song for the giveaways, maybe. Giveaways, giveaways, we're doing some giveaways. Ah! There we go. No, let me get caught up on chat first. Let me get caught up on chat first. Hold on. Grizz FPV says you want notice it when you put it together. You won't notice it when you put it together? What am I putting together, Grizz? It's Purple Drank Yarb says. They do come with the arm braces. The RipSqueak V2. Very cool. Very, very cool. So there, Grizz confirmed that the RipSqueak V2 does come with the arm braces. That's awesome. Bob Knox is in the house. He says, what's up? T-Bird says, finally went to fly my RipSqueak today. Plugged in. When I armed, I lost the camera. Everything went to static. Did good line of sight. It's going to be nice. Is that a power problem with the VTX or the camera? If it went to static, that means that the VTX shut off. So it sounds like something that I've done before is most of these nano VTXs only want 5 volt. And if you send them VBAT, they will blow up. So, although you said it happened when you armed. So in theory, that wasn't it. But yeah, make sure that, look up what the VTX wants, 5 volt versus power away, or something like that. But I would check that. I don't really know what else that would be. It's an interesting issue. Scott FPV says, what's a good frame for a 2.5 inch that will fit a 20 by 20 stack? Or did I hear you say that there's a 2.5 inch RipSqueak? There are 2.5 inch arms. There's even 2 inch arms for the RipSqueak. So yeah, that's what I would do, Scott, is get you a RipSqueak, get the 2.5 inch arms, and away you go. Or get the 3 inch arms. They're only a 1/4 of an inch longer. and just run 2.5-inch props on them. And then if you want to, you can move up to 3-inch props at any time. Bob Noxious says, I showed my dad that video, and he asked what the gap was. I told him I think it's the frame rate, but wasn't sure. Yes, that's exactly what that is. So at 240 frames a second at night, it's basically shooting at 1/240th of a second. It's actually probably a little bit quicker than that. So think about the easiest way to think about cameras and shutter speed is with your eyeballs. This is when a camera is not taking a picture. As soon as you push the shutter button to take a photograph, the camera's going to go, and it's going to let in a bunch of light. If it's really dark out, it's going to go. If it's really bright out, it's going to go. That's your shutter speed. So when I do this, ready? That's like 1/30th of a second. So shutter speed 1/30th. If I do this, that's 1 full second. Sometimes in DSLRs it'll be 1/1, 1/1, 1 full second. So the shutter speed is related to the frame rate in that the shutter speed always has to be slower than the frame rate. So we normally shoot 30 frames a second, so the shutter speed can come all the way down to 1/30th of a second. All right? If we're going to push the frame rate up to 60 frames a second, the slowest the shutter speed can go is 1/60th of a second. Because with video, it has to go right, because each frame, and each time it opens its eyes, it's capturing a frame. So if I'm at 30 frames a second, I can be like this. But then if I go up to 60 frames a second, I gotta go. That's hard to do. So now if I go all the way up to 240 frames a second, the shutter speed is gonna bottom out at 1/240, 1/240th of a second. And so that was more than likely the frame rate. It might have been a little bit higher than that. Usually, because of the fact that it has to like close and open again, although with electronic shutters it doesn't really have to do that anymore. It can just fire the... It just looks at what the sensor is seeing over and over and over again. It very well could have been at 1/240th of a second. So in 240ths of a second, in 1/240th of a second, right? That's like those starlight propellers were spinning, those LEDs were spinning all the way around. So if we slow that way down, you've got 3 bright ass LEDs that are going to come around, and the camera is going to go 1/240th of a second. And so those LEDs in one shutter opening, those LEDs will have rotated around almost all the way. So that's why towards the end of that video, as I increase the throttle and I increase the RPM, that gap closes. The frame rate is consistent, but it's spinning faster, so the 3 LEDs are gonna travel more of a distance. And that's also why in the different propellers you can see a different gap, because different motors are at a different RPM to make the quad do orbits. The rotation that you're seeing, so that's just the gap, right? That's just the gap in the LEDs that we're seeing there. The fact that we can see it rotating, that's just kind of randomness. It's not really randomness. So it's the shutter is opening and the frame rate is going, and it's just sort of like, where does the frame open? Like, where is the LED when the frame opens versus when it closes, and opens and closes and opens and closes. And it's kind of random that it just happened that gap closes up, and it's just kind of catching at a different sort of point. It's kind of hard to explain that, but it's the same thing that's happening. There's a little bit of a lag time between when it captures each frame, so that's when you'll kind of see it start to rotate in either direction. I think that's the best way that I can possibly explain that. But yeah, there's some shutter speed and frame rate tech for you, in case anybody cared. YouTube just did the thing. Scrolling back up. It's getting late. We got to do the giveaways. I'm going to go full speed through the chat here to get us caught up. We're going to do the giveaways, and then we'll probably be good to go for the night. CiottiFPV said, no, we got that. There's Bob's comment. Metal Dirtskin says, check out the Shendrone's Terraplane if you haven't already. I'm going to swap my Geyser Squid over to that. Do me a favor, Metal, shoot me a link to that. Alex Lunka says, why won't my Crossfire show up in Betaflight? Everything's bound. You've probably got the RX and the TX wires swapped. It happens to me about 50% of the time. Alex says, tried both ways. I assume that by tried both ways, you mean that you switched the wires around. Jesus, there's a lot of things that it could be. We don't typically dive into like super technical troubleshoots here on these streams. Joshua does a really good job of that. Usually, you can just sort of search here on YouTube for like Crossfire won't everything's bound. Crossfire won't show up. Yeah, I would use Google and/or YouTube. I would offer to help, but I am buried tonight and all day tomorrow, and then I'm in Charleston for 5 days. So this is just not. Unfortunately, a time that I can dive in. Remy Tim offers FPV mentoring. He can definitely help you out. Remy Tim here on YouTube, Daniel Maurer over on Facebook, or maybe the chat can help out here. Over on my Discord channel, a lot of the guys that are in chat here hang out over there. They can probably help you out there as well. Zim, if you're still dealing with this issue next week, Alex, when I'm back in town and I have some time, I'll definitely help you out. Zim FPV says, what's up? Ricardo Ferreira. He says, describe your Cinewhoop setup and how you like to fly it, please. I mean, I fly it like a Cinewhoop. I don't think there's really any other way to fly a Cinewhoop than like slow and cinematic-y. It's a 20x20 stack, Brother Hobby VY 2004 motors and the highest KV that they've got. I forget what that KV is. Gemfan 5-blade props, and it's the Cinesplorer frame. None of the other stuff matters. Camera is personal preference. Flight controller and ESC down below in the gear I use and trust section. VTX, yeah, whatever. Antenna, whatever you like. Journey Droid says stroboscopic effect. That's what it's called. Good call, Journey Droid. Bob Noxious says, I appreciate everything you do on chat. Thank you. You're certainly welcome, Bob. We're caught up. All right, cool. So what we do, because I need to click through. So like absolutely right now is your last chance to join the Patreon $5, $10, $20, $30 tiers if you want to get on tonight's giveaway. What I do is while I'm clicking buttons, getting the wheels set up for the giveaways, for the patrons, there is a channel on the Discord called Patreon Video Ball Sacks. I don't know what it's called. It's obvious. Video Collective, maybe. You guys can post your videos in there, and then when I'm doing the giveaway thing, I will play 3 of those videos. It's called The Video Collective. And if you're not a Patreon, you won't even see that text channel. There's a whole bunch of text channels that are Patreon only. So we've got a Dauntless video, we've got a Paul McD FPV video, and we've got a B-Man video that we're going to watch here tonight. Let me open these guys up real quick here. And 1, 2, and 3. Alright, I'm going to pause these guys, and my computer is going to have an absolute conniption, and wow, it is just really shitting the bed right now. I'm going to be as patient as I can here. Wow, everything just... Okay, computer, I need you to work now. Whenever you're ready. There we go. Oh, nope. It shit the bed again. Okay. Hold on. I don't even know if OBS is working right now. Come on. Oh man, if behind me fills up with smoke, just let me know in the chat. Come on. You've got this, computer. You can do this. You can do it. I know you can do it. I can feel it, computer. Let me quit out of everything I possibly can. Well, it was just that one thing. Are we still here? We're still here. Okay, cool. A, there it goes. B, there it goes. C, there it goes. All right, boys and girls. Kaiser Soze says, what is a good nighttime camera? The only one that I've used, but I was really impressed by it, is the Foxeer Toothless 2 Nano Starlight. That's a mouthful. That's what she said. Awesome. Thank you, Metal, for sending the link. And cool. Caught up on chat. Enjoy some Patreon patrons flying while I click some buttons and get the things and the places. Oh, come on. Don't do that. One more second. There it goes. B-Man is up first. Here comes a link. And I'll be right back. Oh, shit. No, hold on. I gotta put copyright-free music on top. Beep, beep, poo-poo. Here we go. There it is. Pylons by Mochas. Hopefully it's not terrible. I'll be back. Hold on. God damn it. Come on, man.
it all in furrows. They clutching it all they pearls, and no one asking for guidance. Stimulus check, won't you cash app that? I got niggas and they said that respect they black. Politicians and they said don't know how to act. That's why we sitting on the wrong track, back to the long track. And it's okay to be rich. My mama always told me I was destined for greatness, but my mama also she told me take care of the kids and everybody around the world that can't fight for it. So it's Hakuna Matata, beast on the water, pray to provider, please don't divide us. Keep that and try to face your intruder to be someone brighter. Yeah, all in mind if you don't listen that much, but some of y'all don't listen at all. Same shit they be pushing your buttons. Got a grown man having withdrawals. I don't mind if you don't listen that much, though I just mind what you say for the crowd. Cause some of y'all don't listen at all. Some of y'all don't answer that call.
Good to go. That was friggin' fun, Dauntless. I'm very jealous. I've been wanting to chase RC airplanes forever, and I just haven't had the opportunity. Makes me angry. Okay, we're good to go. Got some wheels. We got some presents. And away we go. Tiny Whoop and Toothpick Tier is going to be a set of the newbie drone 18,000 kV 0802s with a set of the ASI props and one of the 2S double PH 2.0 connector jib jabs. Here is the list of names. If you don't see your name in here, take it up with Patreon. I have no control over it. They probably kicked your credit card off file or something weird like that. So see what's going on there. Here is everybody. You guys can rewind and pause and all that good stuff. I'm going to hit shuffle a bunch of times. I'm going to ready the goat, and away we go. Let's see who it's going to be. We shuffle. Oh, God. Okay. Easy. Easy. Looks like Joseph has won. Look at all those letters I'm going to have to write down on this tiny little baggie. Joseph. I'm already out of room. This is a real challenge here. Here we go. BEJ. I also have to make this legible so that I can type this in. NAROW. Oh God, I'm on the propeller. CZ. Congratulations, Joseph! You have won some Tiny Whoop things, my friend. I'm gonna put this over here in the spot. No, I'm gonna put it over here. Put it right there. That's a safe spot for it. That's a safe spot, skate spot for it. All right, next up we've got the Tiny Whoop, and that's not it. The 3-inch micro brushless and Cinewhoop tier. This is a prop pack. All of the good T-mount 3-inch propellers. We've got a couple of bags of the Wind Dancer 3028s. We've got a few sets of the Avan 3-inch props. We've got the HQ 3x1.8, 2 sets of those. And then we've got the HQ 3x3x3s, 2 sets of those as well. So we've got all of the good T-mount 3-inch props, and then we've also got one random green 3x3x3 that snuck in here, an antenna tube, a whip antenna, and a Caddx Baby Ratel 2 with an N on the back. I don't know what the N on the back means. It might mean no IR filter. If so, this will be a good night camera. I assume that's what the N means. No IR filter. It'll still work during the day, but at nighttime it'll let a little bit more light in. There's some English. There's some human English. Here is the wheel. Let's give you guys the list of names here. You can rewind, you can pause. I'm gonna scroll through this very quickly. And shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Goat, scream. Somebody's gonna win, and that person's name is coming right up. Some props and some camera action. Vern Kelky in the house. I'm gonna cross out the old winner of this prop pack that never got in touch with me, and I'm gonna write Vern Kelk's name. Congratulations, brother. VERNKELK. I will message you on Patreon, get your info, unless it's already in there. Then I'll just ship you your stuff. Next up, we've got the... Stay in there, man. Stop trying to escape, camera. Are you too good for your home? Next up, we've got the 5-inch tier. We've got a set of HQ 4.8 by 3.4 by 4 propellers and a TBS, a fresh TBS Unify Pro HV with a little SMA on here. I don't know where the box for this thing went, but everything is in here. The cable, even the shrimp wrap, sorry. Here comes the 5-inch tier. Damn. Been on a roll lately, killing bugs. Here's everybody's names that are on the 5-inch tier. And let's see who's gonna win it. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Goat. The oh-so-rare triple goat. It's looking like it's gonna be Tyler, the T-Bird himself. Tyler Sherrard, congratulations. You've won an analog receiver. I think you've still got some analog rigs, right? Or not a receiver, VTX. TYLERSHE, that's an ERARD. Congrats, Tyler, and some 4-blade propellers. I'm gonna put this up here. Now we've got our super chat based giveaway. The way that works is it is a digital copy of FPV Flight Dynamics by Christian Malika. It is a set of Tweet FPV transmitter grips. It's a newbie drone sticker sheet, a really cool little prop wrench with a ratcheting little jib jab in the flip flop, and then it is a Caddx. What is this? Caddx HD cam. It is a Turtle. Caddx Turtle, 1080p, 60 frame per second HD FPV camera with the single board, and I've even got the little plastic thing that keeps the memory card from shooting out off of there. So yeah, we've got our little super chat based thing giveaway. The way that it works is you do a we're gonna do 4 and 8, $4 super chat or PayPal to get on the wheel once, $8 to get on the wheel twice. If you do PayPal, do me a favor, tag me in the chat and say, Ciotti, I just sent so-and-so dollars on PayPal. If you do a super chat, the PayPal's cool because YouTube doesn't take 30%. Super chats, YouTube takes 30%. No big deal. I'm fine with that, but if you're not fine with that, I've got a solution for you. It's PayPal. Frank Nicholas just dropped the link to CiottiFPV. T-Bird wants me to re-roll, so we're gonna re-roll, and that'll give you guys some time. I forgot to remove them, but let's just go. Maybe it'll not hit him again. Let's see what happens. T-Bird, very cool, man. Letting the re-roll go down. It might be Chopper. It might be Aaron FPV. It looks like it's Aaron FPV. Congratulations. You've got the same name as me, but yours is spelled normally. Mine's spelled crazy. Aaron FPV, I'm going to hit you on LinkedIn or Patreon to get your address, and you can send Tyler Sherrard a fruit basket for the re-roll. AARONFPV. Congratulations, brother. You have the T-est of birds to thank for that one. Good looking out, T-Bird. Cool. Yeah. So we'll get the fourth giveaway rolling here. PayPal, Super Chat, $4 for once on the wheel, $8 for twice on the wheel. Set a Tweet FPV, skateboard grip tape, transmitter grips, digital copy of FPV Flight Dynamics, prop wrench, some stickers, Caddx turtle, and I'll throw a couple CiottiFPV stickers in there as well. I mean, I usually do, but yeah, throw in some CiottiFPV stickers, which are $5 each. So you know, you might as well just get in the giveaway for at least $4. That was awkward. Let me put this in here. And let me scroll up in chat and see if I can get caught up on that. Bob Noxious with a super chat. He's getting in. Scroll up a little bit here. Looks like you guys are talking about nighttime cameras. Foxier Cat Starlight is insane too. I wish they made a nano version of the Foxier Cat. It would be interesting to compare it. I gotta be honest though, I'm really impressed by the Toothless. It's really good. It's really good during the day too. Like, it's totally fine during the day. Looks like I'm caught up on chat. Okay, cool. So let me open up my email. I gotta shave before I go to Charleston. Look at a homeless guy over here. I got my shower in yesterday though in the goddamn Jeep. Hey, there we go. Okay, cool. Oh, Tiffany. Oh. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Just kidding. Oh. Well. Michael Hill sent $8 via PayPal. Michael Hill is going to go on the wheel 2 times. If I can find the right wheel. There we go. Once and twice. Who's next? Frank Nicholas next. He sent $10, a $2 tip for hookers and cocaine, and $8 to go on the wheel twice. And there we go. Frank once, Frank twice. And a little bit of Grizz FPV getting in. He sent $8. He wants in twice. Grizz once, Grizz twice. And then we've got a little bit of Michael Raphael. Raphael? Maybe? He says, hope to add that Caddx turtle to the one that I won last Monday giveaway. Oh, it's MotoRef. What's up, MotoRef? Oh, yeah, I hope MotoRef wins so that I can just ship 1 box. All right, Bob Noxious is getting in. He says, spin again. I'm going to take his extra $1 and snort it up my nose. B-Man FPV with a $10 super chat. He says, some for the spin, rest for chicks and coke. Oh, shitters. B-Man, what? Why is it doing that? Thank you, B-Man. Ookie Treats with an $8 super chat. He wants on the wheel 2 times. I am more than happy to put him on there twice. B-Man says, bro, that was me who sent for Chicks and Blow. Woo, that's a tough name. And Nabiersner just sent $16 on PayPal. Thank you, brother. Doesn't look like it's come through yet, but I'm going to give it a second or two here. GrizzFPV says, got you on PayPal $8. Thank you, Grizz. Frank Nicholas sent 10. PayPal 2x entries. Reroll for the grips. Awesome. Michael Hill, $8 on PayPal. Cool. I think I'm caught up. Nabizner, I'm going to put you on the wheel 2 times, and then eventually your email will come through. So there we go. Chasing FPV says, tried to put air mode on a switch and get interference in my video. Any idea how I can work around it? What? That doesn't make any sense. Chickens and Coca-Cola, exactly. Old school Coca-Cola that had cocaine in it. Cocaine. Chasing FPV, what? Air mode in a switch puts interference in the video. The only thing I can think of is that... What? The only thing I can think of is that when you enable air mode, is that it has nothing to do with the fact that you've got air mode on a switch. It has to... I'm assuming that it has to do with air mode turning off and on. When air mode turns on, the RPM rises a little bit. So I think that you've just got a noise problem, and that when the RPM rises from air mode turning on, it's making that noise problem worse. There we go. Now my email just caught up. What you should do is take air mode off of the switch, turn it on permanently in the configuration tab, and see if and arm it, and you should have the same amount of video noise. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing about putting air mode on a switch that's going to cause any video interference. I mean, it's just changing a 1 to a 0 in the code. So yeah, I think what you'll find is that when you permanently enable air mode, you'll get that same noise. So over on the page, I don't know if you're a patron or not, but if you are, up at the top of the Patreon page, I mean, if you're not, it's only $3 to get in there. So you might as well do it. At the top, there's a link that says Tech Talk. That's gonna only show my posts that I've tagged with Tech Talk. Scroll to the bottom. There are 2 really good posts on the Patreon page about troubleshooting video noise. Work your way through them. There's a number of different things. The one thing that you can do that works more often than anything else is to put the ground lead from your camera and the ground lead from your VTX onto the exact same pad. Put I know it's a pain in the ass to do, but just do it. You'll get it. It's called sharing grounds. That's the one thing that you can do that cleans up more video noise than everything else. So try that if you're on my Patreon. If you're not on my Patreon, give me $3. Jump on there. Those video noise troubleshoot articles are well worth $3 so that you can see where you're going and maybe not wreck $30 worth of stuff. Can you tell I used to be in sales? Nicholas Biersner, you are on the wheel 2 times. Thank you, brother. I'm going to take the extra $8 and spend it on many things, many illegal things. Thank you for the extra, brother. Means very cool of you. T-Bird with a late PayPal. It just came in. There it is. Tyler Sherrard with the caption, fun. I think that's about it. I'm going to give you guys another 10 seconds here. And then I'm going to spin this wheel and we're going to see... Oh, God! I did it! I did it! Frank Nicholas wins! That's awesome because I have a whole bunch of stuff that I need to ship to him already. Congratulations, Frank! I am going to write your name down over here. And... Oh, boy. I wrote that in the wrong spot. And I'm going to ship you all your stuff all at once. I'm glad that I'm a little bit behind for a change. We are going to re-roll this wheel for the grips. So we're going to remove and then... Let's see who wins the CiottiFPV grips. It's going to be Michael Hill, I'll bet you. Michael Hill, congratulations. Here's what you need to do, my man. Wait, no, let me give you the satisfaction. Hey, explosions. Michael Hill, this is what you need to do. You need to message tweetfpv@gmail.com. I'm going to type it. tweetfpv@gmail.com. You're gonna subscribe to Tweet's channel. You're all gonna subscribe to Tweet's channel, or I'm gonna kill you. You're gonna email Tweet. You're gonna say, "Hey, I won Ciotti's giveaway on August 2nd. I have a FR Sky QX7. I don't know what transmitter you have. Tell him what transmitter you've got. Tell him what color you want, because he's got a bunch of different colors. I have a CiottiFPV purple, and if I find out that you didn't get that color, I'm gonna be very disappointed." And then you're gonna tell him your address. And your email address for tracking. And that's it. That's all you got to do. Congratulations, Michael. You got you some dope grips that you're going to love. Share grounds, not needles, kids. Remy Tim is here. What's up, Dan? How the hell are you? And I'm caught up on chat. Look at that. Giveaways are good to go. I'm caught up on chat, and it's 9:57. Wow. It's almost like we planned this. Was there anything else that I wanted to do here? 4 Monday giveaways, Q&A, mailbag, 2Fiddy flight footage. We did it all. What else did we talk about? I'm trying to add more to the titles of these live streams so that they're more searchable. What did we talk about that I can add to the title of this live stream? Can you guys think of anything? 4 Monday giveaways, Q&A, mailbag, 2Fiddy flight footage. What questions? Were there some questions that I answered well? Oh, we talked about shutter speed. Oh, GemFan Starlight prop talk. It was just because I got them in the mailbag. But we did talk about shutter speed versus frame rate. That's something. We definitely spent a bunch of time talking about ranting about that. What else did we cover? Were there any questions that I bitched and moaned about forever? Oh, we looked at the RipSqueak V2. RipSqueak V2. Yeah. Oh, I only have 6 characters left. Well, I think that's all I can realistically squeeze in there. Yeah, 6 characters left. Yeah, okay, so it's gonna stay there. All right, that's fine. Any last minute questions, boys and girls? Otherwise, I'm gonna sign off. I've got some shit to do. I gotta start packing for packing all my gaff stuff, all my lighting gear for Wednesday. I also have a gig tomorrow at noon that should be fun, so I can get some batteries on the charger. Yeah. Crazy. I gotta get in the fucking shower too. I smell like a bum's nutsack. Packages are gonna be delayed. I'm sorry, guys. It's gonna have to go out next week. Next week I'm gonna have to really hit it hard, and that's what she said. I'm gonna shut this shit down before I make any other bad dick jokes. We got this. We got that. I got a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Let's pull this down into here, and let me find something for you guys to watch real quick here. How about that spot with the 3 buildings, man? Isn't that shit cool? Oh, hey! Let's check it. Refresh. Come on. Be in stock. Come on. Nope, still sold out. Well, we tried. A little bit more of... Oh, wait, no, hold on. We'll do some 250 footage from that triple building spot. First battery I flew there. Probably awful. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I love every single one of you. I'm gonna miss you, but I'm gonna be back. I'll see you guys in 1 week. 1 week I will be back. Well, I guess I already played this battery. Oh, let me play. I'm gonna play you guys something from the bridge, and then I'm hopefully gonna go fly it. Oh, come on, fucking computer, please, 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 please. 2019 Bridge Jams 524 2019. Ooh, these are marked in red. That means they're hot. So we'll see a week from now. Hopefully I'll have some more bridge flying footage. This is not the bridge. This is the field next to the bridge. Nobody cares about soccer fields. What about this one? Ah, shit. Hey, that's under the bridge. Hopefully it's good. If it's not, I'm sorry. You'll live. Here comes some epidemic sounds. I love you guys. I'll see you in a week. Maybe sooner. You never know. Enjoy. Later!